Okay, all right, ding, ding, ding. We are back, and let me tell you again, in case you forgot, we are back. This is Trey Amazing, and this is Ringside's Corner Confessions, and I am back with Celebrity VIP. I mean, these two exude sinful chocolate, and it's all love, it's all fam, and thank you again for allowing me to interview you. If y'all don't know who this couple is, shame on you. Not sure how you got invited to this table, but whatever the fuck ever.
Welcome.
Well, welcome
to the table.
Welcome to the table, okay? Get ready to eat, okay? We got the amazing, epic, and intrepid Laydee Vee and Dee Bizak in the ring. And you know we gonna do our thing. Yeah. Welcome back. How you guys been?
Appreciate it. Yeah. That's up there with Club Shay Shay intro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I like that. I like
the intro. I like the intro.
I like that.
You know what? I'm telling Shay, I'm like, look, I'm coming for you. Don't get comfortable.
Well, okay. This is, what round are we on? Because I think I lost count.
Six round?
This may be five or six. It's one of those.
Undefeated right now.
You know what? I challenge people, go to the channel. You guys have the highest, of all my videos, your videos have the highest counts.
Oh,
and I
they love us.
And especially, I don't know what it was about the ass eating or the face sitting. That was like fishing with dynamite. And it caught comments, it caught people. I was like, and a few people shared it.
Oh, wow.
So, something about face eating. I mean, y'all are like the Martin and Coretta of, so own it, okay?
Yeah, we here for it.
Yeah, that with the face eating, I think a lot of people just are interested, and that's like the tagline that comes up, face eating. It's like, I'm sure that more than likely our face pop up, so.
Yeah, anytime you put in face it, and that's weird,
face sitting and
but
polyamory. Or
that means we've made a staple.
Yeah.
Into this lifestyle, into our community.
I mean, from a, not only a live, but even a digital point of view, you guys are leaving a big footprint. Hard for anybody else to follow because you guys are owning it, you're authentic, and that's why people like you. That's the reason why your popularity, is so palatable, because you're not putting on airs. This is who you are. Even in the Deep South, even in the Bible Belt, it's like, welcome. That we're gonna be who we are.
Take it or leave it.
Right.
At the end of the day, we are just us, And how you see us when we're hanging around is also how we are in class. So it's no difference. Like, we don't know how to be different. We just be us.
Yeah, I think we've been around each other so long that we've created a friendship, a chemistry together. So I mean, and people can witness the chemistry. It's no bullshit. You can tell when you see fake couples, like, these niggas is fake, but we're real.
And that's what we like. I mean, again, I think that it comes across on camera, and I think that's what brings the magic. And so, again, thank you for having me.
And we also got to share with the audience, because I think you guys know us for so long, right? But we just celebrated 20 years of marriage. Like, that's major. And for us in our society and this world now, 20 years actually says something. So I am definitely happy to let y'all know we here. And we here to stay.
People don't last 20 days, 20 months.
No, not even 20 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
sometimes they gotta get that in all first 20 minutes,
Okay, 2004. What were we doing in 2004?
2004, I was working in a music store.
Yeah.
We out here in Atlanta? Yeah.
No, we were in New
York.
Okay, we were in Brooklyn. BK. Hey, y'all.
This lovely lady came inside the store looking for a Ruben Studdard song.
Yeah, sorry for 2004. Yes.
I ain't mad at that. I was like, okay, he on to something 2004.
And he was looking good, y'all. Like, when I walked up, I was like, oh wow, this right here, how you doing? But I didn't want to make myself too available. So
did I had that head wrap on?
Yeah.
Remember back in the days when everybody was trying to be like Music Soul Child with the little head wrap and what's his name, Blau and whatnot.
Yeah, Blau.
Yeah, I was I was one of those.
Yeah, and it was just like he instantly, when he said he was a Capricorn, I'm like, are you crazy? Like, I just want to make sure you're not crazy. Like,
it's no such thing.
That's what he said. It's like, well, you are Sagittarius. But, it's just from those moments I think we realized, hey, I want to get to know this person outside of this encounter. And I think we've taken it beyond that one moment.
2004 was a good year.
We got married within 3 months. So, you know,
nice.
it's like, it was like when you know, you know. And one thing, we do have a strong faith base in our life. So, you know, I trust God. So if God said do it, I'm like, yo, I'll do what you need to do.
Yeah, our grandmother paid for the
Wedding.
for the wedding, and my pastor at the time, he let us, you know, get married at the church for free.
And we had
Nice.
17 people. Like, who
Yeah, a wedding party
has
had
17 people in a wedding?
wearing powdered blue suits and dresses, like Carolina
we
blue.
were cute.
But you know, at the end of the day,
With the zoot suits.
It don't matter because you have people that have 170 people,
Yeah.
and it don't work out.
Facts.
So,
Sure.
you know, the way, even from my own personal experience, I let people know, it doesn't matter the size of your wedding, it matters the size of your commitment. Because you can have a big wedding and the marriage not last.
It's the work after.
Yeah.
See,
Right.
it's the work after. And then even with us being open in our relationship, that plays a part in our communication. And because we have that constant communication with each other, that constant communication with our people that we interact with, but it's all of that play a part in who we are.
Yeah.
You know?
I think people love our transparency.
Yeah.
And you can ask us anything, and we ask each other anything, and it's not something
Without
that's,
judgment.
Yeah, without judgment. It's not anything that's shunned upon or why you think like that. And it's like it's no bubble gut space. It's always
Bubble
okay.
gut
It's,
space.
yeah, it's always open space to okay. Well, why do you feel like that? I'm open to listening to what you feel and how you feel.
And I think we had to learn that. We had to learn that because if you realize we're taught so much in life, right? So now when you get older, you realize, okay, that may not have been true. And that may be correct, but maybe they put a filter on it. So, you know, we have to learn behaviors, but that communication has built us to where we are now. And we had to go through some stuff in order to get here.
Yeah, it wasn't always roses. It was miscommunication.
Of
It was a
course.
whole lot of misunderstanding. If that makes sense.
As we were growing.
Yeah, it's well, I didn't mean
It
it
was a
that
growing
way.
pain.
This is how I
Yeah,
meant it.
evolving.
And I always say I don't speak woman.
Evolve.
I
Yeah.
don't speak woman. So you got to break it down to me to the elemental P in my masculinity tone and whatnot. Oh, okay. So that's what you mean. All right, I get you.
Oh, you look good, Daddy. I'm sorry. I just felt a little. I felt a little.
This is an overload of chocolate, sinful chocolate, but I'm digging it again. And the viewers, historically, since, you know, again, I'm going to always pedestalize YouTube because you guys have been rocking with me since the beginning of my YouTube channel. So I'm going to always put you guys top tier.
Appreciate
But
it.
looking at it, it's like, okay, even the subscribers, they're loving you. They're following you, and they can't get enough of the content. They love your content. Even people I've met at other events have mentioned you. And so whatever you're doing, you caught lightning in a bottle for yourselves, and it's working.
Thank you.
You
And
mentioned
we love
you,
We
the
love y'all.
subscribers love y'all. So again, I'm glad, honestly, you know, that wasn't the intention for today, but you know what, based on what you're sharing now, I am going to make that a highlight of the title as far as 20th wedding anniversary, because that's important.
Thank
Because that's something I want to highlight, marriages that continue and, you know, stand the test of time. So look out, again, that's going to be augmented in the title, 20th wedding anniversary. So it's
you.
going
Let's talk
down.
about that.
Let's talk about it.
So, but I do want to give the people what I know we talked about it previously, via text, open marriages, because even on people are talking about, I don't, maybe it's a year, I don't know if Mercury's in retrograde or
You're
something
missing
like
a lot
that.
of
Yeah.
it, right?
It's something's going on. People are now, even just an observer, people are starting to question, can we open our marriage, or do we have to be monogamous as maybe our parents or maybe the people in our church or our community thinks we should be, but maybe that doesn't fit us. Maybe those spots or those stripes don't fit us. So you are having couples now who are starting to wonder, can this be a path we go down to either I guess, enhance our marriage, or in some cases, some people feel like maybe they'll save their marriage if we open it up. And, you know, as a couple, how long, so you guys have been together for 20 years. The entire 20 years, have you been in open marriage, or when did it, how did it start?
It was within our this 19 years that we've been open.
Yeah, about 2006?
Well, 2005. Yeah, 2009 towards the end of 2005. And going into about
18 years.
18 and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
18 and a half years. But we started off monogamy because that's what we thought the church wanted. That's what our family wanted. That's what we ultimately wanted at the beginning, because that's what we were taught. So you
were socially engineered to, like, you find one person and you stick with that one person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, which isn't an issue. It was I think it was the fact of us being by ourselves that allowed us to explore an open relationship, non-monogamy, whatever. But it was just us communicating in, what do you think about this? And
that's our favorite question.
And that's how it starts. It's
favorite
always,
question.
what do you think about this?
What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. And it opens up the conversation to where we at now.
Yeah, I think when we started, it was because we was trying to figure each other out. I mean, let's be real. 3 months we got married. That's not no time to figure your partner out. I'm being honest. Even though we did,
I'll do it again.
And I will do it again too.
I'll
like
do it in 2 months.
Hey, you know. But with us, it was like reality was we had to get some time to know each other before we opened this idea, because I've been bisexual from the beginning, and I was upfront and honest with him about it. And because I was upfront and honest, I wanted to make sure that I was still true to myself. Because what will happen is, if you're not being true to yourself, you're going to wind up cheating. You're going to wind up doing things that's not what your relationship is. And it's nothing to take away from this awesome chocolate delight right here.
This brother right here?
Yeah, this brother right here is just something. But it was nothing taken away from him, but it was just me trying to make sure that my true self was also evolving into my relationship. You understand? And it was like, I didn't want to take it like, oh, he's not enough. He was more than enough. But if I'm being honest, I want to be true to me. Too, because the best way I can show up for him is if I show up for myself and say, this is who I am.
So let me ask you something. I mean, 20 years, that is a big accomplishment. How do you think the quality of your marriage and the love that you share, how do you think it would be different or affected had you not opened your marriage? Like, if you remained or stayed monogamous.
That's a good question.
And didn't, if Dee didn't come to you and say, hey, what do you think about...
No, that wasn't me. That was her.
What do you think about us?
She did it.
No, I think my first question was, what do you think about us going to a nudist resort?
It was a good intro. Okay, yes. Start off small.
Yeah,
I was like, because you can't start with the big fish, because that would have scared them.
It was a light
way or
jab.
Another, like, what you mean?
It was a light jab. And I was like, okay, cool.
And then it went into... So what do you think about this? He was like,
a lot of people, I think that may be the California role of like, hey, what do you think about then?
Yeah.
And if they're against it, like, I was just kidding, unless you're gonna do it. But, and that's what made me wonder, like,
are you real about that?
Like, I'm like, yeah, when you get their answer, like, are you serious? But I mean, as far as, had he not responded that way, or maybe he was conservative, said, you know what, that's not my bag, or I'm good with just being. Do you think, or how do you think your marriage would be affected? Or would you still, with the 20 years, be the same?
I think so. It would have been a little bit more building up our communication. Because being in this lifestyle, you have to have communication.
And trust. I think it would have had to been more built on trust of, I'm not going anywhere, or this isn't something that's gonna jeopardize our relationship. So I think it probably would have still happened, but it probably would have just took a little bit longer. And a different path. Yeah, it would have been a different path, but it probably we would have still probably ended up right here. So.
Well, right now, after 20 years, and you're going to have people who are going to watch this video. I have subscribers who are in the lifestyle. You know, some are black belts, others are like, you know, white belts still trying to figure themselves out. You guys have stood the test of time. You've done the work. You know, you've experienced the growing pains. For, you know, someone, maybe even a couple watching this, you know, maybe the future Laydee Vee, well, there'll never be another Laydee Vee and Dee Black. The future, but maybe another version, you know, of a Laydee Vee and Dee Black who are watching, who are, you know, maybe getting married, and they're thinking about, babe, I'm thinking about opening marriage. What would you tell a couple who may be on the fence? They're thinking about it, but they're not sure. And, you know, based on what you guys have experienced, you've experienced the highs and lows. How would you, I guess, frame intro or an orientation to any couple who is thinking about opening their marriage?
You want to start with this one, babe?
I think it would be more of a, everyone needs to get their thoughts across and communicate what they want, what their desires, and where would this jeopardize our relationship, the pros and the cons. Too many couples just fall into it, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and it's like you haven't talked about how would this actually look if this actually happened, and how would I deal with these feelings and emotions, these new feelings and emotions, because it takes a lot to see your wife with somebody or go out with someone else, and it's like, how do I interpret this? Should I scream? Should I yell? Like, I don't want to argue, but how can I communicate this is how I'm feeling without any type of ill will or ill feelings? So I think just communicating it properly, and don't gloss over how would this actually make us feel.
And I think with also, I said it before, putting unrealistic expectations on your relationship does not make the relationship great. What makes the relationship great is when you could come to each other as you are. I said, this is who I am. This is who I want to be. Because we always aspire to be great, right? So with this lifestyle, knowing your foundation is solid first. Because you can't add on any extracurricular activities if your foundation is not solid. And I mean knowing that love and that trust, because that communication is everything. Knowing that love, that you and your partner want this together. Not, hey, you know, and being realistic about it, right? Being realistic and saying, okay, this is what I like, this is what I enjoy. What do you think about this? And how do you feel by me saying this?
You're not masking your emotions with, oh, I'm gonna, you know, give the BS response, and it's like, no, I don't want you kissing anybody else right now.
Right now.
I don't want you taking him, or I don't want you taking
starting this into this.
Yeah, I don't want you taking him or her to our favorite restaurant. Like setting boundaries.
Yes,
and
I like that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think setting boundaries is where it all lies. Okay, I'm not going to allow this, but I'm open to this eventually. But this right here, I'm not going.
And then as you grow, then your list becomes a little bit more open. You know, I remember when we first started, I was like, baby, I don't want you kissing nobody. That's a part of my no-no, because I felt kissing was intimate. And once you start that intimacy, then it'd be those feelings start to grow. But then I realized, okay, sex is intimate. So him not kissing her doesn't mean shit, because his dick is inside of her. Like, you know, I'm being honest. Like, if you want me to be real, I'm just going to be real, you know? And
over time, once you, like, we've been with people who we've known for years, and it might be that level of, okay, I'm okay with kissing her and what have you, and it's more of a intimate respect than more of a, oh, I'm going to fuck shit out you. No, it's more of a, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here all these years. It's an intimate kiss. It's nothing that's like, oh, you gonna take him? You're trying to take him away from me.
It's never. I mean, has there ever been a case of? I mean, I'm thinking about like a movie I saw back in the day. Has there ever been a case of, okay, the other person is allowed to kiss someone else, but why you don't kiss me that hard, or you don't kiss me that passionately?
I think with when you're inviting somebody in, and y'all know I'm unfiltered, so y'all already know my mouth is about to tell y'all some stuff, okay? I remember bringing a female in, and this wonderful female wound up being our girlfriend after, but then I was unable to squirt. I didn't know how to squirt. I was like, yo, I see ladies do it on porn, but I don't know how to do it, right? So that night, she came in. We had a threesome, and she squirted. That was a great night.
It was a good night.
But did you just have a flashback? She squirted.
I'm like, okay.
She squirted, and I was like, and his whole I was like, oh my god. And it was like,
geyser.
yeah. And I'm like, wait, you ain't never. But
it was a new level that was unlocked.
it was yeah. I was like, hold up, we ain't never been there with me before. And instead of me getting an attitude and taking it out on her, it was nothing to do with her. That's how she orgasmed. That's how she comes. So I'm not in control of that. And I'm not in control of his reaction because he ain't never had it before. It's like a new kid in a toy store. You know, like, oh shit. But instead of me doing that, I went that very next day. Kids was gone. I literally, from that morning till that afternoon, I learned how to squirt. I went online, did Google. I didn't ask her no questions. I Googled it. I watched videos. I did my education. And even that next day, I did my education and didn't try it on myself because I can't try it on him and be an epic fail. And so I had to try it on myself first. And I was like, oh, snap, I can do it. So it was like how you take the experience and your perspective.
That's a great way to
of
spend
it.
a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, yo, you know, what's your perspective of it? Am I going to get jealous because she did something that I didn't know I had the capability to do? Or am I going to enjoy the experience and then learn that shit and be like, here, baby. I mean, that night I had all on his face. He was like, whoa. Like, okay. But I learned it and I wanted him to have that same experience with me.
Laydee Vee, I know, you know, we got a connection. It made me think, I taught myself how to ride a bike. You taught yourself how to squirt.
Pow.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
I'm going to learn how to ride a bike one day.
You got it. I think you got it.
I will. If Jay-Z can teach himself how to, well, he didn't teach himself how to swim, but he learned how to swim at a later age. So
then we could do it too.
We can do it too.
Well, I guess, you know what, my thing is, even with that, you know, you may have couples or you may have either the man or woman, the fear may be, even if the communication is on point, what happens if, you know, I tell or even ask this question and I may reveal a part of myself that I may not be ready to, I guess, reveal to myself. Some people may feel like if I ask this question or if I ask, you know, what do you think? And they turn it down or they say, hey, I'm not into that, then the fear may be, okay, have I just told on myself? Have I just, you know, some people may look at, have I just come out the closet? Or have I just, you know, for the people like that who may have that concern, like, how will this affect the relationship or the marriage if they say no? Or if they just flat out turn down, like, hell no.
Well,
I think with somewhat to answer your question, with open relationships or whatever, ethical non-monogamy, it deals a lot with the mental part of it, and it's like once you start breaking things down, it's like, wait, is this ego? Is this something that I'm feeling? And it's like, okay, let's go deeper. Like, why am I feeling this way? Like, I understand why I'm feeling this way, but am I, like, already trust her? I already know what's happening. She already sent me her location. We've communicated. We did everything humanly possible. Went through the checklist. Now, is this just my ego being bruised because this situation is happening? And then you have to be like, you know what? I can't get mad because I need to check me. I need to self-evaluate me. Why am I feeling this way?
And then we tend to, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Interrupting, baby. We tend to bring past traumas into our future present relationship. And because we don't let go of that past trauma, now we put those feelings on our now spouse. And it's like, wait, she has never made me feel like I can't trust her. So why do I feel like
this
I have
way?
These feelings?
And then you have to go to the core, okay, because such and such cheated on me and this is a trigger for me and this reminded me of what happened because she said she's going to the Italian restaurant and now now I'm triggered by Italian food.
No, but you know what, babe? But you said,
it's true.
I remember one time, like years ago when we first met. Now this is 2004. So we're talking about years ago. I did something and that day, it wasn't that he said it mean or like he was trying to hurt me. But he literally said, "I am not your ex." Ooh. And I said, "Wait, pause."
Like, no, you didn't.
It stopped me in my tracks because it was like, it was a blatant reality of, I am here right now. He's not going to do what my ex did to me. He's not going to hurt me. He's not going to cheat on me. He's not even going to abuse me. Like, at the end of the day, he is him, and that's why I'm with him. So I'm not going to put these feelings and this trauma, and even if it's sex-wise, I'm not going to put my past trauma on this current situation because I enjoy the way he makes me feel. I enjoy how he treats me. I enjoy how he loves on me. And if he wants to do this sexually, now I know he's not going to do ill will to me, like he's trying to replace me. He wants to enjoy the experience with me.
And that's where the confusing part between when couples cheat on each other, it's like you're being selfish with your experience.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, like if I like ice cream and I discover, hey babe, it's a new ice cream spot right up the street. That's an experience that we share together. You get what I'm saying? Compared to you gotta keep it inwardly. Now you're going to the ice cream spot by yourself.
Oh,
and it's like you can't.
Yeah, it's like you're emotionally cheating on me.
Like, this ice cream is great, but I cannot share it with my wife or my husband.
And why can't you?
Because it's gonna cause some issues and whatnot. I already know you like ice cream.
And can I add on with your question?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so you have to realize, if you're self-conscious on maybe my spouse would judge me if I come, open up myself in this way and be vulnerable. Because that's all that it is being vulnerable.
Yes.
Right? So if you're already feeling like I can't be vulnerable with my mate, the person I choose to wake up every morning with, the person I choose to marry before God and people and my family, person I choose to have a life with. If you can't be vulnerable with that person, then why are you there?
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of your time. You have to be able to be you. And that person has to be able to accept you without judgment. Okay? Because now, if you come to me and if I say to him, okay, babe, I like watching, I had to pause myself because my range of stuff is crazy. But like, if I say, baby, I like watching guys with panties on. And if he be like, ugh, you like watching what? I ain't gonna do that shit. Now automatically, I didn't say I wanted him to do that. I just say I enjoy watching it. So if he said, okay, you know what? That's an idea. I ain't never thought about it, but that's what you like. That's what you like, babe. That's a more receptive response compared to, you did what?
And I think men go through it worse because
it's
more of a, like I said, the ego thing, and it's more of a, all right, once I open up to you, and once you shoot that shit down, listen, I ain't open up to your ass
but
ever
nothing
again.
else. And
don't
that's what
ask
you don't
me.
want.
And then now it's like, now you done cause that, not knowingly cause that division. And it's like, why don't he ever talk to me about what he wants? Why don't he ever? Because now it's like, because he goes back to that reality of, yeah, you did X, Y, and Z, so I ain't gonna open up to you
at all.
So let me ask this question, because this is pining on my mind with media, social media, even with some movies. Some people may glamorize open marriages to a fault. Maybe not sharing. Of course, it's with Hollywood, with certain movies, of course, they're going to show the best parts or the main things that may not give the true reality. Like, okay, opening your marriage is not simply just you go out just start having sex with people.
Yeah.
Right. But in terms of misconceptions, because again, you are going to have people who are thinking about it, people in relationships, or even people who've been married years, but it's like, okay, if they think, oh, this is going to be great, we just go out and have sex or just go to different clubs, they may realize, okay, there may be some things you need to look out for, or some proper steps before you go out there, because again, TV, social media, movies, Hollywood can glamorize things and make it seem like that it's just all sexy, all sensual, it's all good, not realizing there may be some stomach blocks or some obstacles that may be, on right in front of you, you may not realize it can actually do more harm than good. How do you feel like, okay, it's not all glitters and gold. If you think about opening your marriage, these are the things that you may want to consider, because there are misconceptions out there. There is misinformation. How would you express to someone like, it may not be all glamorous at the beginning, but here's some growing pains you're going to experience?
Well, I say first, when you come into this thing, get definition to what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, get definition to your desires. If you want, know what you want. Because you can't come in this, oh, I think I may be poly, or I may be open, or I may just be a swinger. No, there's different definitions to each category, right? It's not swinging, it's not the same as polyamory. And polyamory is not the same as open relationship. Open relationship may not be the same as just bondage or BDSM, or you got to get some kind of definition to where, do your research.
Yeah, that's going to be another video.
Do your research.
Right when you said that, I'm like, okay, because again, I will admit, and this is just me being transparent, I know what it's like to conflate all of them, because I've done that before.
I've been in every category, so I had to figure out which one is what.
I always thought, well, if you're a swinger, that means you're polyamorous, that means you're this. I've done that because I've always said, well, what's the difference?
It's so many umbrellas. It's a big umbrella, and there's so many little umbrellas under it.
It's an umbrella of ethical non-monogamy, consensual non-monogamy. And it's like, if you want to be a swinger, then okay, you need to do your research on swinging.
And
if
what
you
does
want to
that
be in an
entail?
open relationship, okay, this is what an open relationship, researching whatever, looks like. If you want to be polyamory, this is what you need to do. Follow the steps of, okay, I'm pinpointing, okay, this is what we want to be. All right, we're going to be in an open relationship. That means you can be with whoever you want to be with, and I can be with whoever I want to be with, as long as we tell each other and as long as we're communicating X, Y, and Z. But now, if you want to be in a polyamory relationship and it's like, I want an actual boyfriend or I want an actual girlfriend, then it's more.
It's like with swinging, right? I don't mind seeing and this is just examples, y'all. I don't mind seeing my husband fuck somebody else. Right? But I don't want to share my heart with somebody else, with him sharing his heart with somebody else. Because now you're sharing your heart, you're going into non-monogamy polyamory. Open relationship, I don't mind having dates with other couples, but when it comes to us going home, it's only us. So you're breaking down different definitions. Now, I don't mind poly. I don't mind him going out to spend with his girlfriend and spend time with them, and they're on a date and they're dating and they're, spending the night. He's not coming home that night.
All that is communicated.
Yeah, all of it is communicated, and every relationship is not the same. So you define what your relationship looks like.
That's what I'm
Is
talking
that
about.
good?
No, that was great. You always deliver. And so one final question, and then we're gonna wrap up. And this may be a controversial question, but in a day and age, again, 50% of marriages end in divorce. You see it all the time. Do you think, or would you appeal to people? And do you think there are avenues where opening marriages could save marriages in certain instances? Or do you think, with so many couples out there who do practice monogamy, because that's the general lay of the land, you get married to one person, you stay with one person for 50 plus years, that's what the expectation is. And what happens is a lot of people get married and divorces happen. Do you think there are certain instances where, had you just opened your marriage, more couples would make it to 20 years or even more?
Well, go ahead, baby.
I think it's more of outside of opening your marriage, it's more of if you would have opened up communication. Like, that's like the first step of it. Even any relationship, friendship, partnership, there has to be some type of communication. And it's like, once you open up communication, you start with what do you think about? And it's like, it's literally, I know we keep coming back to that, but it literally is a conversation starter. So once you open up communication, you can go from there. Now, after that, then I don't know. But as long as you opening up communication to anything, you don't, like, it baffles me that people aren't talking to their mates. Like, we're on our cell phones, do X, Y, and Z. But as far as talking, it's not too many people talking about their relationships. On where do you want to be financially in 5 years? Where do you want to be here in 5 years? Just opening up communication, that will lead towards 10, 15 to 20 years. Just talking. I mean, I love talking to her, even when I'm silent. I talk. So opening up that communication, and then that may lead to an open relationship, ethical non-monogamy, or whatever.
See, and even to expand, right? But even also to expand a little bit more, nothing. You and your partner is what saves your relationship. And putting that massive or that burden of, okay, this open relationship is going to save us. No, it's you and your partner is what saves the relationship. If you go in thinking that because we open our relationship, now we're going to be married for 10 plus years. No, because that will expose your relationship more than help it. I'm using the word. It exposes your relationship more than have your relationship grow, because you're not being honest. And other people can definitely look at you like,
I feel that energy. It's like, they ain't happy.
They ain't happy. They're not going to last too long.
And you're going to bring somebody into your unhappiness.
Yeah,
and expect
so
them
why
to
go
make you
through
happy.
that? So why go through that? Just be honest with your mate, and don't jump in the pool if you ain't ready. What is my thing is, what is the rush? You want to be with your mate. You're going to spend time with them. What is the rush? You don't have to rush and have a threesome if you don't understand what a threesome really is. It's not just fucking, it's communication, it's being sympathetic, because even if you're bringing somebody in, maybe they have back problems and you don't know that. So if you build that communication with people that you're bringing in, now you get a new level of intimacy, and it's no longer considered just fucking.
And you're not going to kick them out at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because you can empathize, like, okay, well,
we were drinking.
You came all this way. You shared your time and your body with us, and I'm just gonna kick you out. No, go ahead, go downstairs. It's a little pallet or whatever. That's
get some Kool-Aid.
And
get yourself together.
And when you start to build that camaraderie, that's why I said knowing your definitions. If you're going to swingers, I'm also going to parties and having that public, display of intimacy, or even just being a voyeur. At the end of the day, that's that avenue. But when you're moving into open relationships, and now you're sharing your mate more than just sexually. So now it goes into a different dynamic. So is this going to save a relationship? I think it will help it, but it won't necessarily save it. You save your relationship.
Yeah, I think it'll just put the bandages and little strips and mummify it, but at the end of the day, it's still dead. Exactly. No matter what you call it. It's still
and do
gonna
it
be
through
messed
communication,
up.
right?
Yeah. Just talk.
Just talk.
Just talk.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Like,
no, talking ain't going out of style.
Oh my God.
No, it's still a thing to do.
What we rushing for? Let's have some fun and build up the anticipation for this night.
and ladies and gentlemen, there it is. This is why I love this couple. Since the beginning, we've talked about swinging, face-sitting, how to ask for a threesome, cuckolding, open marriages. You two always bring it and you never disappoint. But I can't let you get out of here until we talk about how people can get a hold of your book, which is right here. Bada bing. And let it be. Title of the book, tell people title and what's it about and where they can find it.
Okay, no problem. I love talking about my book, so thank you so much. It's called The Dichotomy of Laydee Vee. It's the Biome, and it talks about my journey in my life from growing up in a church-based background. My grandfather was a bishop, to learning myself and my sexuality growing up. And you go through the stories and my journeys. You go through my relationships and my, hurt and pain, and I'm just very transparent. The first chapter starts off with me facing me being molested, and so I give you a lot of me. So it's a part of my baby, and I can't wait for book 2 to drop. It's coming, y'all.
Do you go and pick that book up?
Yes, it's coming. So this is definitely my baby. You can get it on Amazon. Yes.
We're going to put the link in the description because some folks are slow.
And because we're so far with this book, I used to do the autographed copies, and I used to send it to everyone, but now we don't do that. So if you want an autographed copy, you got to find us at any of our events. And I will definitely give you the autographed copy, or or sign it for you, take a picture with you. But this is my baby, and I love it. And if you haven't gotten it, get it. And it's just not just for, and I get some guys that say, okay, I'm a guy, I'm not buying this and the third. I said, no, then why don't you buy this book for your sister? Why don't you buy this book for your cousin? Why don't you buy this book for even your mom? I had one lady said, hey, my grandmother loved the book, and she is bothering me because she's like, when are you going to drop this book number 2? So it's coming, but start with book number 1 and read my journey.
Book number 2, she's going to squirt it out soon.
It's coming.
And
I
so,
promise you.
For the people out there that want to know your social media, how can they follow you?
You can follow us at
dvpassion.com.
You can go to Instagram, and it's dvpassion. Is it dvpassion love?
Instagram is DV Passion.
DV Passion.
On Twitter.
Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, is DV Passion Love. Also, if you have HBO Max, Discovery Plus, you can check us out on This Is Life
with Lisa Ling.
Season 6, episode 7. And
they did a full feature on us.
Yeah, full feature on us. If you have the New Yorker magazine, you can also check out my interview. Cassius, you can check out her interview.
Oh, you dropping all
Playboy Radio, you can check out listen.
No, but definitely just type in DV Passion in your search browser. You can find us.
Big DV Passion, not little DV.
Not little DV.
I'm mad at that.
And then if you want to see us on Facebook, it's Laydee Vee, LAYDEEVEE, and DH Black or D Black.
D Black.
On Facebook, so just find us, and we're very approachable.
And on YouTube also is DV Passion.
We're very approachable. If you have your questions, if you need coaching, and you're trying to figure out how to open your relationship, this is a good time to reach out to us.
We do workshops, we do one-on-ones, we do forums, we do
seminars.
So.
And we're on one of the largest platforms, Exotica. We'll be back in April, y'all. But Exotica platform, we're on them as well, on their platform as well.
Indeed. Okay. Brooklyn chocolate in the house.
Yes.
I'm not mad at it. I love it. Spent my birthday last year in Brooklyn, so always nice, always beautiful. Laydee Vee, D Black, thank you again.
Wait, can I say one thing to you?
Yes, you can.
You know I always drop it off with something inspirational. I want to say thank you to you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for you being a voice and letting your voice be heard. And you're using your platform to help other people, to educate people, to even give them some source of entertainment. Because with all of the negativity going around, you definitely want to get something that gives you inspiration, something that gets you like, hey, maybe we can do this. And I appreciate you for having that platform for everyone else.
Thank you.
So because of you being selfless, God is definitely going to bless you 10 times fold. So I appreciate what you do. And we know we love you.
Indeed. Love you too. You guys have always been consistent, and I'm looking forward to more and more content, okay? Because again, 20 years from now, 40th anniversary.
40th.
We'll be here. Let's do it.
2044.
All
right, Laydee Vee, D Black. This is Trey Amazing, Green Size Corner Confessions, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.